In this short video, I'll show you how to set phonics assessments on Quest Progress. The assessments are designed to be administered on a termly basis as a snapshot of a child's knowledge and skills in early reading. The goal of these assessments is to provide an understanding of each child's progression and how you can best support them. To set the assessments, you can click into the Assessments tab in the sidebar or simply click Set Assessments from the home page. The first thing you'll want to do is to add your class or year groups, so click Add Pupils and select your group. We'll be working with the reception group as our example today. You can expand the class list using this arrow to see all the students within that group and then click Save. We can then go and add assessments and it will default to the year group of choice. As mentioned, on Quest there are termly phonics assessments, autumn, spring and summer. It will default to the relevant assessments for that time of year. We can expand the suites here to see the assessments that are available. We'll be selecting phonics for this example, and you can preview the questions just here if you would like to, and then click Save. We can see this is an autumn assessment and we can see the timings in this column. However, for the children, the test should feel untimed, but we expect it to take approximately 10 minutes to administer. There are a few settings we can adjust, but for the phonics assessment, we recommend leaving these as is. Then click Set Assessment. So here is the assessment we've just set, Reception Phonics, and we can click View next to the assessment to access the pupil logins. Select pupil logins and you'll see that these are emoji logins, just to make it as quick and easy to get the children logged in. You can print these off and give them to the practitioner that will be running the assessments. Children will have the same login for every Quest assessment that they do. At the top of the page, you'll see your personalised pupil website address. So for my demo school, it's start.quest/SCH, but you'll have your own unique address on your account. And my recommendation would be to bookmark this on your devices or potentially turn it into a QR code, as I know some schools do, just to make it as easy as possible to access for all assessments going forward. That's the pupil logins then, and I'll show you how to log in as a child in a second to show you what it looks like from their perspective. But for now, I'm going to return to the assessments page. In terms of getting the practitioner ready, the practitioner guidance highlights that assessments should be delivered one-to-one with a familiar adult in a quiet location. The practitioner should read the question shown on the device, allow the child the time to respond, and then select the appropriate response. If a child is finding a particular section difficult, the practitioner should use their professional judgment to move on to the next question or decide whether to complete the assessment. To show you what it looks like getting the pupils logged in, I've just gone to the personalised pupil website address, so start.quest/SCH for my demo school, and then I'll enter the emoji code for Ryan. As mentioned, the assessment should be administered one-to-one, so the practitioner should take the first child aside, which is Ryan in this example, get them logged in, as I have done, complete the assessment, sign them out, and then do the same for the next child. So we can see the phonics assessment here, and then when I go to Start, we're provided with some on-screen instructions, including highlighting that you're able to move forwards and backwards through the questions, and then when we're ready, we can start the assessment. The practitioner can amend the font size in the top right-hand corner, and each phonics assessment contains two sections, sounds and words. The sounds section assesses knowledge of grapheme, phoneme correspondence, and the words section assesses the blending of sounds for word reading. You'll notice the language is appropriate for younger children, so could answer or struggle to answer. The practitioner just needs to select the appropriate response. And you'll notice the reporting reflects this too, with performance descriptors being progressing well, working towards, and needs support. If you go back to practitioner view, you can see that the assessment is updating in real time. So we've got this progress bar here. The practitioner can restart an assessment if needed, or pause an assessment if the child would benefit from a movement or a toilet break. And then when all the children have finished the assessment, you can see this big Generate Results button in the top right. So all you need to do is click this button. Then the results will be available from the Results tab in the sidebar, and they'll be available to download from the next day as they calibrate overnight. And these results feed directly into your interactive dashboards and downloadable reports, giving you clear, actionable insights at a glance. And that concludes this short video on setting phonics assessments on Quest Progress.